What's going on, you guys? It's Haji here, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, what we're going to do is do a reaction video to Grant Cardone's 5 Steps to Becoming a Millionaire advice. So this is one of Grant Cardone's most popular videos, and it's some really good information in this video. And I thought, like, hey, let me just do a reaction video for it, and kind of break down some of the things I learned from it and some of the things that I will implement, and if you were to watch this video, how you should kind of go about it and what you could do with this type of advice going forward with your business. So let's jump right into it.
What he's saying is this, okay? It became a very controversial article because he's like, rich dude scratching fingers on a chalkboard. The slides, okay? He's saying, hey man, if you got $1 million, you're basically just a freaking deadbeat. And that, your daddy didn't tell you that. Your daddy's like, oh man, $1 million, you and the money. So what I want to do is I'm going to show you today how to get through all this rejection and disappointment.
I don't think you're a deadbeat if you have $1 million, honestly. But $1 million, if you're gonna aim to be a millionaire, I would aim to be a 1 million. I'll try to aim to be 10 million. But I don't think you're a deadbeat at all for having $1 million, though. I would disagree with that.
The way you look at money. This is not money right here, okay? This is not money. This is just dumbness. This is you not making a decision. This is you being lazy, saying, man, $1 million and I'd be set. Just do the math on $1 million. I did this when I was 34 years old. $1 million. If you didn't have any more income and you were, how old are you? 27 years old and you didn't have any income, $1 million. $1 million. What does that say right there? Oh, no income, 0 income.
He wrote that and said, what did that say?
Years old. I'm going to do this at 47. I'm going to do it at 65. Okay, 27. You don't have any more income. How long would that money last? At $4,000 a month, you got 25 years. Where can you live on $4,000 a month? By the way, $4,000 a month assumes no other income, Social Security system's broken, Medicare's broken, because they are already. It's just a matter of when. Probably going to happen in most of your lifetimes. You'd have to live on $4,000 a month for 25 years. You will be 52 years old, my friend, and dead broke. Okay? $4,000 a month. $4,000 a month is what? $1,000 a week. You're spending probably $900 a month on groceries. What's your rent?
He's basically saying, like, if you make $1 million and you save up $1 million, that money can't take you far. Because if you're spending $4,000 or $6,000 a month out of that $1 million, that $1 million is not gonna last long. Assuming that you don't have any more income coming in.
$3,000. You got like 12 years left, and you're a millionaire. Everybody's like, oh my God, the iconic millionaire. You're wealthy. You're not wealthy, dude. You're worried is what you are, okay? Because you don't have new income. So watch what happens. What happens if there's an accident, a major car accident? Are you married? Okay, married kids? Okay, the 2 kids will cost $1.5 million each to get through college. So you're busted. You understand? So when you come to work in the morning, you're like, man, I need to make 80 grand this year. I need to make 8,000 or 10,000. You guys got to change your think on money. Like, if you want to make real money, if you're 47 years old, you have until 62 to live. If you're 65 years old, by the way, and anything bad happens, like anything, you lose your job, you lose your income, if there's any inflation, this equation right here doesn't assume any inflation. It assumes everything stays the same and his rent never goes up, his car payments don't go up, nothing goes up. It's impossible. It's an impossible cycle. The problem is nobody talks about this because nobody wants to go on TV.
And that's so true, because like if you make just like $1 million, so many things can happen so many things can happen along the way where that $1 million might really become worthless. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it now, they're saying that, okay, Trump might do a $2 trillion stimulus bill, $2 trillion stimulus bill within a year or two. The U.S. dollar is going to go down and inflation is going to go up when you print that much money, right? So $1 million is looking a whole lot less valuable for people. So he's basically saying, like, you need to up the goal, and I would agree with that. Up the goal, up the target.
Or basically middle class people that are worried about money. So when I did the math at 33 years old, I'm like, dude, I need a lot of money. This is where the whole 10x concept comes up from, all right? Hey man, what if it took 10 million? By the way, I think that's the number. CNBC says it's 5 million. I think the number's really 10 million. Okay, 10 million with no new income, you could probably live the life you wanted to. So how would you get that if that's the number? Because this is clearly not the number. Everybody agree with that? Yes. By the way, if you make 40 grand a year for the next 25 years, you're going to make $1 million anyway. You're going to make the money.
He's basically saying like anybody that makes like 40 grand, you're eventually going to become a millionaire. It's about how fast you could do it though. But everybody, you know, is going after this millionaire thing. You'll be a millionaire. You can accumulate $1 million.
It takes 12 and a half years. If you make $160,000 a year, it takes you 6 years, right? Or you could just go make $1 million in a year. So you got to do the math. If you hadn't done the math, if you're going for the wrong target, I'm always talking about targets in here. You and the husband, you and the wife need to get the target right. Quit talking about, oh man, I love this new car. I'm going to go buy a new car, like Sislo. I'm going to get a new car. Dude, your attention needs to be on this. This is the target. It's not the watch, it's not the car, and it's not the vacation. It's freedom. 67% of wealthy people surveyed said they weren't going for wealth, for cars and boats and trips. They were going for the freedom of worry, to not be concerned about money every day. I want to be concerned about my kids. I want to be concerned about, you know, what we do when we have.
I think one of the reasons why this video is so timely right now is just about that whole saving aspect. And that's one thing that he's going to really talk about. It's not just going to be like, oh, business strategy, business. It's really about saving, because it's not about how much you make. It's about how much you keep. And in times like this, there's people that have made tons of money. But right now, when things are falling apart, how much are you liquid? How much do you actually have right now to, you know, when the real estate starts going down, how much do you really have to invest in real estate? It's how liquid you are. So I think this is a great video to talk about right now.
Time together. I want to be concerned about how happy I am in my marriage. I don't want to be worried about pieces of paper that I don't have enough of, or where it's going, or what things cost. That's why you're making these phone calls. Okay? So now what's the target? Because if you're just in here making phone calls saying, hey, I'm gonna make a call, I'm gonna make a close, all you're gonna do is get me rich. I'm already rich. Okay? And I started with zero, just so you guys know. I didn't have anything. So when you're sitting there on the phone thinking, how am I going to get to there? You can, but you need to stay focused, okay? So number one thing you got to do is this. You got to change the target, and you need to look at the target daily. The target, you have the wrong target right now. If you're struggling, you have the wrong target. When you change the target, everything changes, right? So that when I'm talking to a guy, you're contributing to my 10 million. Every person I've ever sold, I treated like an investor. This guy is going to invest in my future. He's going to pay for my college. He's going to buy my shoes. Every time I'm on the phone, somebody's paying for my shit. Right? So if I want to go on a trip, I want to go on a trip and I want to stay in a house that costs 25 grand a night. I didn't pay for that, man. Other people paid for that.
That's also a very good point. When it comes down to sales and business, it's all about who's got your money, who's got your money, who's got your money. And basically what he means by that is just that, you know, you don't print your own money. You get, somebody else gives you their money, right, in exchange for your product or your service. So it's all about who has the money that they're going to give me, and everything that he invests is basically saying he sells, and he takes that money from his sales and he invests it. So this is how you become a millionaire.
That's other people's money. So you don't need to wait to be a bank to get other people's money, right? The money that I put in real estate, that is other people's money I'm putting in real estate. People, I had a guy yesterday say, man, how can you put 60 million in a deal? Dude, it ain't mine. It's like, what do you mean? You raising it? No, dude, I went and sold stuff. People gave me money and I put it in the real estate, which is part of this equation. Number one, the target. Number two, you need to get your income to a place. This is a fascinating concept right here. Okay, if you can do this, I guarantee you'll be rich. You need to get your income not to what pays your bills, but to where you can save 40% of your gross income is saved. Okay, now you want to talk about something difficult? This is way more difficult than that. If you can do this, you will get that. All right, so when you sit down and do the math, what would it take for you to save 40% of your income? So watch what happens. If you make $10,000 a month and you want to save $40,000 of it, you would pay yourself first. The government doesn't let you do that. They don't trust you. They're like, no, get that money from him first before he blows it. We know he's going to blow it. Okay? We know the IRS is going to take, they're going to withhold probably
40%.
4,000 of it. So look, if you'll pay the freaking IRS $4,000 of 10, you need to figure out how to pay yourself $4,000. What's the problem here? You got to live on 2. So just keep doing the math out. This is the math you need to do with your spouse. You need to keep working it out until you're like, he's like, let's go buy a new car. Dude, yeah, we ain't got any money for a new car. That's why when I was 35 years old, no one knew that I was a millionaire. Nothing had changed. I was still running with shit shoes, you know, buying $40 shoes and working a shirt out as long as I could. And like, nobody saw, I didn't have fancy cars. I'm driving a Camry with $1 million in the bank. Because I was using this, okay? I pay the IRS. I've always paid those bastards. All right? And then what I did was, I'm like, I'm a bank $4,000. And then I realized, dude, I can't live on 2. It's making my life hard to do this. This money, by the way, a better word for saving is storage. I was storing money, not saving money. I'm storing it. I'm stockpiling, if you like that word better. You don't want to save money. It's worthless. It's like saving a legal pad. A legal pad is only good if you use it. Money is only good if you use it. How many heard this term? Cash is?
King.
It's worthless. Cash is worthless. It's not a king. It's no king, dude. Like cash is not king. Cash is shit. It just sits there and dies.
It's so true.
Or you lose it. If you leave money in this storage account too long, guarantee you it will disappear. It always has in your life. If you look back over your life, the longer this money sits in storage, Pablo Escobar, was he the drug king? Yeah. That was his biggest problem. Mold. Dude, you got to be somewhere north of $300,000 a year. This is what they don't teach you at Harvard. You got to be somewhere north of $360,000 a year.
So like, this is an interesting concept that I like a lot, where if you want to determine how much money that you want to make, you want to work backwards. How much money do you want to make? So if I want to save 40% of my income and still have enough to live, then you figure out how much you want to make. So if you were going for 10,000, if I want to save 40% of my income, $4,000, and then still pay taxes, I'm only going to have $2,000 to pay my necessities and my bills and all that good stuff. So $10,000 may not be enough. So what you have to do is then up that number. So now if you want to save 40% of your income with $30,000 a month, you still have a solid $6,000, $7,000 to live off of after you pay your taxes and after you paid yourself first. You paid your savings accounts. You paid all that first. So that's an interesting concept. And I really love that, because in this day and age, you have to, saving money is a skill. And one of the biggest reasons why people can't save money is because they're not making enough income.
Before you even have money to live on, unless you're just, you're a dreck. You're just an irresponsible human being that's, not storing money away for the future. Okay? Now you're saving $12,000 a month. That's $144,000 in 1 year. In 10 years, that's $1.4 million. In 10 years, you're a millionaire stored. Okay? So the second thing to do, you gotta keep playing this 40% game. Todd, you need to work with your guys on, dude, where's your money at? Not on what the call is, not on what the script is, not on what how to handle the objection. You need all that, but dude, you need the driver here. You guys need to be heavily money motivated from a survival standpoint. Okay, number 3 thing you're gonna do. You're gonna go broke right here and invest the storage. Storage has to get invested. The golden goose is only good if she lays eggs. Otherwise, you can kill her. Eat her for a chicken.
That's also a very good point, because once you're saving 40% of your income, you basically are living way under your means, and it's the best way to live, because at a certain point, the more money you make, the simpler that you want to get, right? The reason why people have such big legal fees, the reason why they lose so much money is that because they make their life overly complicated. And the more money you make, the simpler that you want to make your life. So the more you can put away for times like this. If anybody can learn anything from a situation like this, is that you need to be liquid. You need to have storage. And that 40% rule is golden. If the US government can take 40% of everything that you make, you need to be paying yourself 40%, saving that. storing that to invest in things that would make you more money, to invest in things that will make you bring you some passive income.
Need AIDS. Money needs to make baby. Invest in anything that is a maybe. Okay? You don't want to put your money in anything that's... Dude, you can't risk this money. Warren Buffett says don't lose money, number one. Number two, don't lose money.
And rule number 3, see rule number 2.
I would tell you, number 3, don't lose money. So what can you invest in? You can't leave it in the bank, because that's losing money. They don't pay you anything. It takes you 833 years to double your money at the bank today. 833 years to double your money at today's bank rates. So if you guys don't know this, you need to start looking at this saying, hey, at night, man, what am I doing with my money, man? Confront the beast. Right? So right here, the passive income, your target right here should be my passive income now exceeds my monthly income. You just need to do somebody on this planet.
One of the biggest things about these steps videos, right, is that, okay, say you have number 1 and you have number 2, number 3, number 4. You can't jump to number 3. You can't start learning about number 3 and 4 until you accomplish 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it sounds obvious, but this is a big problem in this information age that we live in, because there's so much information that we overconsume information and do nothing with it. So what I do with my information diet is that I want to understand number 1 and do number 1, and then come back to the video later, understand number 2 and do number 2, and then come back to understand number 3 and come back and do understand number 4 and do number 3 and 4, right? Because and so many times people just watch these type of videos, and go through all 4, but it doesn't make a big impact because they didn't do any of it. So like me watching this video right now, thing I'm focused on, okay, I got my target up, raise my target all the way up, right? Cool. Now next, I need to figure out how to save 40%. 40% of my income has to start being saved. And the only way that you could do that is that I have to increase my income. And the way that I'm going to now the subject in my mind, the action steps become increasing my income. Before you even worry about investing, before you worry about passive income, it's all about saving that 40%.
That came from your situation that's banked $10 million. You don't need a degree. Oh, yeah, I can show you for every case, bad problem you got, I can show you somebody you trade problems. You'd be like, no, I'll keep mine. You keep yours. Second thing, you got to get your...
That's also a very, very solid point. This is like a little mindset trick that I use. Anytime I'm facing any sort of issue, life is getting tough, I always tell myself, somebody has it worse than me, be grateful. Somebody has it worse than me, be grateful. And this is just a little trick that I use to just always keep myself grounded and always kind of just keep myself moving. Like, okay, bro, it's not as bad as you think, because in my mind, it probably is like the worst thing ever. But in reality, it's not that bad. You get me? So I got to just keep moving.
Your income to 40%. You got to get your income to where you can bank 40% of your income. This is the most difficult part of this in the beginning, because you're starving here until you confront the real problem. The real problem is income.
Yeah, the real problem is income.
This money, you need to stay broke with this money. You need to get this money in a sacred account somewhere where no one is going to jack with this money. I remember my mom called me once and she's like, I got this thing going on. I'm like, can't help you. I had a bunch of money sitting aside. It's just like, it's just piling up. Can't help you. I violated my policy here. Okay? Let me go sell something, see if I can get you some money. No, anybody came to me for help. It was like, I'm not your guy. I'm not the bank. Can't help you, dude. I got my own shit going on here. I'm busted all the time. I'm broke all the time. This is what I got on me today. Okay? Like, I'm piling up everything right now to make another deal. Right? So that's what it means by being broke. It doesn't mean get money, blow it. It means get money, store it. Okay? Find a place that's going to go where you don't lose the money. Number 3, don't lose money.
Live broke, get the money, store it. Build a business.
Don't buy them, lease them.
Yeah, so true.
Okay? Where you live, don't own it. Rent it. Don't own anything, dude. Just stack cash and wait till you can put it in something where it won't be lost. It just goes away for a while. And inflation Over time, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, one day you look up and like, okay, I didn't lose my...
Hey, but what do you guys think about that point? If you have money saved and your mom asks you for some money, will you give it to her? Or will you be like, no, I'm sorry, I'm broke. This money is for something else. Right? Because this used to be a problem of mine. I always used to be really free will with my money. Like, okay, I have some money saved up or whatever. If somebody needs it, I'll help you out. Right? But now I'm shifting my paradigm and going to a place where it's like, hey, the money in this account is for this account. Just kind of adding more discipline to my actions. And look, I'm probably now opened up like a bank account. This is just strictly like my give account where I put money in here. And if people need help or donations, anything like that, this is just for charity and giving. Right? So I'm all for giving, but I also agree with him to the point where money in this account is for this account. Right? And it does not really exist. Because if it's like that, you're always going to, you break it once, you break that rule, you break your habit once of pulling money into that account, you're going to always continue to do that. All right, you guys, I'm going to end the video here. And if you guys enjoy this type of content, please let me know below and I'll continue to make more videos like this. And if you guys want to, focus on number 1 and 2, I have a Facebook group called the Basement Entrepreneurs. And if you guys are interested, I'll put the link in the description below and you guys can join the Facebook group. It's completely free. And inside the Facebook group, I post more in detail content, more training videos, hour-long training videos on how to specifically execute different things to increase your income and to get more customers for your current business. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you join the group below. The link is going to be below. And if you guys enjoy this type of content, please make sure you smash that like button and you smash that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Haji out.